Good evening to all the students of ICAI present across India. I'm Dr. C. Anirbinna. Today, to discuss international capital movements, paper number 8B, economics for finance. Okay, and before I discuss this international capital movements, first of all, you should know why India requires a capital, right? India is a capital shy country. Okay, you need to learn this word. Allow this word called shy, right? Okay, capital shy. Okay. Whenever you want to say something deficit, right? Whenever you want to say something deficit, you have to say India is a capital shy country. Capital shy means in English deficit. Now India is a capital deficit country, and India is a capital shy country. When India is a capital shy country, there is no option to depend upon foreign capital. Okay. And foreign capital, okay, comprises short term and long term. Okay. Now short term includes, I'll explain, don't worry, FII and FPI, foreign portfolio investment. And long term capital is FDI. I repeat again. Short-term capital includes foreign institutional investment and foreign portfolio investment. Long-term capital is called foreign direct investment. Okay. Now, okay, last 2-3 years or 4 years, India started receiving, okay, more FDI than FFI and FPI. Okay. And China is known for receiving more FDI than short-term capital for the past several years. Okay. Okay. For the past, India started receiving of late only. Of late, India started receiving for foreign direct investment than short-term investment. So this is a brief introduction, and coming back to all the people, actually I want to talk about this. What happened yesterday? RBI surprised the Indian economy by raising repo rate to 4.40%, right? Within a 40 base point, they increased the repo rate 4.4 base point because inflation is almost crossed 7% of CPI. Inflation crossed 7%. Now, in fact, inflation is becoming a headache for all the developed countries also. So India increased RBI increased the repo rate to 40 base point from 4 to 4.40. In fact, RBI increased even CRR from 4 to 4.50, so 50 base point. The purpose of increasing both repo rate and CRR is now time has come for Indian RBI to control the inflation. Inflation is going out of control because of increase in oil prices, increase in food prices, increase in input cost, okay, and really threatening the economy. So and RBI waited for all these years to see that that inflation rate due to supply side constraints, okay, and is not supply side constraints so they're not able to address this issue. So they're going to increase the repo rate again in the upcoming monetary policy review. So and yesterday even US Federal also increased the short-term interest rate from 50 to 75 base point. Even they also increased their short-term interest rate, and so inflation is really going to be the focus will be on inflation. All these years, RBI focused on the growth and instead of inflation. Now time has come for RBI to focus on the CPI, so they increased the repo rate from 4 to 4.40, 40 base point. They also increased CRR from 4 to 4.50. That will come into effect from May 21st. So repo rate is increased, and what will happen to the second, let me erase this. Okay. So repo rate increased. Okay, repo rate is increased, and actually the deposit rate should increase. What is deposit rate? The interest rate that you get on savings account should increase, and recurring deposit rate should increase, and fixed deposit rate should increase. Okay, but they will not increase because recently major banks have already increased these rates. Okay, fearing increase in repo rate by RBI. Okay. Textbook says whenever repo rate is increased, bank should increase the deposit rate. What is deposit rate? The interest rate that paid on savings account should be increased, and recurring deposit rate should be interest paid on recurring deposit should be increased, and interest paid on fixed deposit should increase. But they will not increase because recently major banks have already increased these rates. Moreover, banks have enough liquidity. Okay, so whenever banks lack liquidity, then only they increase their interest rates to attract more deposits. Right? Banks have enough liquidity with them. So whenever repo rate is increased, banks don't have enough liquidity, then they may increase these rates to attract more deposits. Okay, so banks have enough liquidity. I don't think anything will happen. Only CRR will be effective from May 21st. All other rates are effective. Okay, so India is a capital shy country, and India depends upon foreign capital. Okay, and capital means not money here. Apart from more than money, it also implies machinery and technology also. Okay. At the end of this unit, what we are going to learn is describe the nature and types of foreign capital. Describe the nature and types of foreign capital. Distinguish between foreign direct investments on foreign institutional investment. Outline the factors influencing foreign investments. Elucidate the potential cost and benefits of foreign direct investment. Explain the state of affairs of foreign direct investment in India. Okay, these are the learning outcomes. Okay. Okay. Now types of foreign capital. Okay. Again, I made a beautiful PPT. Go through my PPT. Again, I made a lovely PPT. Okay. Make notes. Bilateral or direct intergovernment grants. Bilateral means it's a bilateral grants. This means these grants are given by one government to other government. Okay. Why they give this kind of a grants? To help the other countries' economic development or peace and humanitarian interest. Okay, so it's a grants given by one country government to other country to improve the economic development of the other country and peace and humanitarian interest. Okay, bilateral. Okay, multilateral aid. Okay, multilateral. It means loans. Grants are not coming from one government, multiple governments. Okay, multiple governments. Okay, so multiple governments, and in fact, World Bank actually pools this multiple aid from several governments. Okay, and give it to the other country. Okay, so multilateral aid means aid coming from multiple governments. World Bank pools this loan and gives to the country. Tied and untied aid. Okay, tied. Okay, tied means if I'm giving aid on a condition, if any condition is attached. Okay, any condition attached that you are going to use this grant aid only for a particular project or particular location okay, or a particular technology specific, okay, particular location, okay. So tide means it's coming with a string, okay, it is coming with a string, okay. I'll give you this aid provided you use this aid for a particular project, power project, okay, because your country is suffering from lack of power, so I'm going to give this aid, you need to use only for power project. Okay, even they specify the location, this particular location you need to use this particular project or technology specific, okay, and location, okay. So so tide, okay, so tide aid, right, tide coming up with the strings means strings, okay, strings are attached. So on the other hand, untied aid means the recipient country can decide the aid for whatever purposes it wants to use. Foreign grant, okay, foreign grant, okay, okay. So foreign grant, voluntary transfer of resources by government, institutions, agencies, or organizations. And borrowings which may take different forms such as direct intergovernment loans. So one government gives loans to other government, intergovernment loans, okay, and loans from international institutions, World Bank, IMF, okay, Asian Development Bank, okay. So they also give loans to the country. Soft loans, okay, from affiliates of World Bank or International Development Association. They give soft loans, okay, and external commercial borrowings, ECB, very important. Okay, who borrows ECB? Or firms in the country? Not all firms. Top-notch companies in India, they borrow ECB, external commercial borrowing. Okay, why they borrow outside India? They feel that the interest rates in abroad is cheaper than India. So when I feel that interest rates is cheaper than, because repo rate is in US lower than in India, why should I borrow from India? I borrow from the outside the country. Their cost of borrowing is less. So that's why only top companies are allowed to borrow through ECB, but there is a cap. There is a cap, okay. The RBI keeps a cap because the RBI does not allow these companies to borrow recklessly under ECB window. There is a cap. Okay, so why firms borrow outside the country? The reason is the cost of borrowing is less in developed countries compared to India. How you are able to say that? We are able to compare short-term interest rate in US and India. Short-term interest rate in US is lower than India. Obviously, cost of borrowing is less in US compared to India. Yes, Raghava, your answer is right. Okay. Ayush, these are the different terms of grant. Okay. 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 More or less no difference between foreign grant and untied grant. Okay. Untied grant. Not more or less same, but different terms are being used. Trade credit facilities, right? Sometimes what happens, supplier gives the credit for the customer, okay, to pay the money later. Okay, supplier gets the credit, okay, facilities to pay for the future. Deposit from non-resident Indians, NRIs, you know that, and investment in the form of foreign portfolio investment and foreign institutional investment. Okay, it's a very important point. Okay, fourth one is very important. Okay, for this fourth one is on very important for your exams. CA exams, important starts from fourth point. So investments in the form of foreign portfolio investment and foreign institutional investment. And so foreign portfolio investment and foreign institutional investment, in your required textbook, they have not mentioned foreign portfolio investment. So I added this. Please, you also write this. Okay. Last time I referred your material. Foreign portfolio investment is not there. So I added this extra for you. Don't worry. I'll explain. Okay. Don't worry about this. I added this foreign portfolio investment. In your textbook, they mention only foreign institutional investment. But there is another short-term investment called foreign portfolio investment. And second one is foreign direct investment. Long term is foreign direct investment. Okay. Now, foreign institutional investment and foreign portfolio investment. Okay. Try to follow me here. Okay. Look at here. Please look at here. Okay. So this is your stock market. Indian stock market. Okay. What is traded here? What you get here? You get equity issued by the companies and bonds. Bonds issued by companies and government. Okay. So equity shares of the companies, bonds issued by companies and government. Okay. Now look at it. So, you know that equity is most risky investment. Now what happened? There are two types of investors are there. Okay. There are two types of investors are there. Okay. Foreign institutional investors, and both are same only. Foreign portfolio investors. What they do, if they feel return in India is more than US. Okay. So how they're able to say that? They compare the inflation rate, they compare the short-term interest rate, repo rate of both the countries. If they feel return India is more than US, what they do? They take out their money from US stock market. Okay, they take out the money from US stock market and they come to India and exchange dollars with any foreign exchange bank, They exchange, because you can't use dollars inside India, right? So they exchange dollars, India with rupees, and what they do, they buy equity and bonds. They buy equity and bonds. Okay. Now, you know, government bonds are the safest. Okay. Though return is low, safest. Okay. Now, companies also raises money through bonds. So they buy bond, equity and bonds. Okay. Now, this is called short-term capital. Okay. Short-term capital. Okay. Short-term capital, also known as hot money. Okay, also known as portfolio investment. Portfolio investment. Short-term capital, hot money. All three names you need to remember, guys. Short-term capital, hot money, portfolio investment. So this money is short-term. Short-term means they can take away this money whenever they want it. Okay, no condition. Okay, they can take away whenever they want it. Okay, now when they can take away the investment whenever they want it. Okay, when they can take away. Okay, there is no restriction to keep this money in the stock market. So when they take away, if there is any kind of a political unrest, okay, assume something happened to Modi government or something happened to Modi's health, okay, or some political riots, suppose inflation is very high, some corporate scandal happened, okay, any event that affects the economy, they take out their money from the stock market because they are the most panic-stricken people. Okay, they are the most panic-stricken people. Okay, short-term investors are very panic people. Okay, if news breaks out that Modi is hospitalized, they take out their money. I think something happened to the Indian government. Suppose any corporate scandal happens in Infosys or any other company, they take out their money. Okay, any political unrest, anything happens, okay, or any suppose government failure, government collapse, or government takes any wrong decision, they feel that it is not safe to keep their money in the stock market. They take out their money. Where they will go? When they take out their money, they can't take money to US, right? They'll go and exchange their money in terms of, they want dollars back, right? They want, so what they do, they exchange their money with rupees with the dollars, and they take the dollars, go back to US stock market or any other stock market where returns are most. So I'm using a term here. You need to learn this term. Okay, so okay, one second, let me erase. Okay, so I'm using a term called foreign portfolio investors. Okay, and this is called what? FPI, and foreign institutional investors, FII. I'm writing a word here, please jot down. They are the most panic stricken investor. Panic stricken means what? Any bad news comes, they take out their money. Okay, so that's a very volatile. Okay, this investment is short-term investment is very volatile. Hot money means it can fly easily from the country. Any bad news happens regarding the economy. Now, foreign direct investment. Okay, foreign is long-term and safe investment. Okay, safe investment for the country. Nicely explained. Mansha, yesterday RBI increased the rate. Yeah, equity prices, stock prices fell, and the stock prices fell, and yeah, it's happened. It happened, and they take out their money because foreign institutions take out their money. They think that repo rate focus on the inflation. So inflation is high. If inflation is high, why should I keep money in the stock market? My returns would go down. They take out their money. Okay, still they didn't take out such huge heavily because if they compare the repo rate in India is higher than the US, and US also inflation rate is very high, so only some amount they take out. So if they compare India and US also inflation rate is above 8%. Okay, and so their short-term interest rate is also lower than India. So some money they take out because they still feel it is still safe to keep in India because returns are going to be more because inflation rate in India is lower than US, right? Okay, jot down means in English, likho. Whatever I'm teaching, you jot down. Clear, guys? Now we're comparing foreign institutional investments. I explained nice introduction. So foreign portfolio investment and three investments are there. This is long term. These two are short term. So FPI, FFI, also known as financial capital, hot money, short term investments made by individual institutions in financial stocks such as equity and bonds. Okay. Now, why India wants this? Oh God, I need to explain this also. Okay. Okay. So how does short-term capital FPI help India? The reason is India is notorious for current account deficit. What is current account deficit? Imports of goods and services greater than exports of goods and services. So when India has a current account deficit, you need to pay for your deficit. To pay for your deficit, what you require? We need dollars. We need dollars. So we need dollars. So whenever short-term capital is coming into this country, they're bringing dollars into the country. These dollars India badly required to pay off current account deficit. Okay, so India has such a huge current account deficit. Most of the last several years, India paid current account deficit because they don't have enough foreign exchange reserves. Even though they have enough foreign exchange reserves, they want to save their foreign exchange reserves. So short-term capital is being used to pay off current account deficit. You need to pay for your import bill. How can you pay for import bill? You require dollars. So when short-term capital is coming into this country, they're exchanging dollars into rupees. So RBI is getting dollars. These dollars are being used to pay off current account deficit. Okay. Oh, where you are? Where you are? You're losing connection here. Okay. So balance of payments. Okay. Balance of payments means for current account deficit you need to pay. Okay. Now when capital is okay. Okay, so they influence the exchange rate. How they influence exchange rate? If FFI is, oh God, I'll explain again with board. I'm using a lot of board today. Where is board? Okay, please look at the board. Okay, now, okay, look at here. FII and FPI. Okay, okay, entered into India, assume how much? 100 crores. Come to India. And FII and FPI went out how much? 50 crores. So what is the net effect? Net effect is 50 crores. Net effect 50 crores to Indian government. India. So if it is plus 50, rupee will appreciate against the dollar. Assume it is minus 50. Then rupee will depreciate against the so net capital inflow we discussed in last class, right? Net capital inflow. So if net capital inflow is there, it will impact the exchange rate. It will impact the exchange rate. It will impact the exchange rate, and it also helps Government of India to pay off any balance of payment deficit. So it can impact balance of payments and exchange rate, but the short-term capital does not make any impact on production and production of the country or income of the income generation. Okay, so income means national income generation. Okay, income means not in pure income, national income, right? Because it only impacts balance of payments and exchange rate. Okay, now short-term capital will not result in manufacturing of goods and services. Okay, FDI resulting in production. FDI leads to increase in national income. FDI leads to increase in manufacturing goods. Okay, FDI leads to manufacturing of goods. FDI leads to production of goods and services. FDI leads to increase in national income. But short-term capital is not concerned with the manufacturing of goods. Okay, and these investors know, short-term investors, portfolio investors, and foreign portfolio investors, foreign institutional investors, they don't have any voting rights. Okay, they don't have any voting rights in the company. Okay, they don't have any voting rights of the company. Okay, they don't have any voting power, and they can't influence the decisions taken by the company. Okay, And what is the purpose of foreign portfolio investors and foreign institutional investors? They want to get return on their investment. Okay. So how they want to get return? They want a good dividends on their shares. They want good interest on the bonds invested from the companies and government. Okay. They want safety of the capital. Okay, and they want a good return. Okay, and I told foreign institutional investors and foreign portfolio investors, okay, their purpose is not to increase the productive capacity of the Indian economy. Okay, they don't create any capital assets. Okay, and it can easily fly. I told okay, if anything, any political unrest or because of any corporate scandal, okay, or a low growth rate of the Indian economy or any wrong government policy, they take out their money from the stock market. Okay. Foreign direct investment. Yes, Ayush Agrawal, you have to pay interest on the delayed payments. Yes. Haragava, FFI, foreign institutional investors, foreign portfolio investors, FDI, all of them in dollars only. All of them in dollars only. Foreign institutional investors, foreign portfolio investors, foreign direct investment, everything dollars only. But you need to remember, FII, FPI is short-term capital and foreign direct investment is long-term capital. Rishabh, increase in repo rate, now for a few months inflation rate is going to rise. Okay, April also inflation rate is going to rise, so it takes some time. Inflation rate is going to rise, so repo rate impact inflation time will take some time. Inflation rate is going to rise, slowly it will come down. Slowly it will come down. Foreign direct investment. If foreign firm comes and set up their own factory, bring their own technology, bring their own managerial personnel, or if they indulge in any acquisition, or if they indulge in any construction or establishment of a subsidiary or joint venture, okay, or all belong to foreign direct investment. Amazon company India is a subsidiary of US. Okay, Amazon company India is subsidiary of US. Uber set up their factory in India. Uber, okay, Uber is a they set up their factory in India. Okay, it means they the cab aggregator. Okay, so it's a long-term investment. So long-term, when you are investing long-term, you are creating ownership of management and control over the assets of the Indian country. Okay, and you get 10% voting rights. Okay, and you can be part of the day-to-day functioning of the company. Okay, and investors who are investing in foreign investment, they can influence the decisions of the company. Okay, where they're investing. And FDI has three components. FDI has three components. Okay, so equity, capital, reinvested earnings. Okay, whatever profits that you earn, and intra-company loan. Right. So one company, Tata Salt can give lead, Tata IT can give loan to Tata Airlines. Okay, so intra-company loans. Okay, the FDI categorized into three types: horizontal, vertical, or conglomerate. Muktabas, hard money means you can take out whenever you want. No, Akanshil, borrowings of the country will not affect the exchange rate. No. Pooja, because of capital inflow, if rupee appreciate, RBI has to intervene. Okay, RBI has to bring back the currency to within the band. Okay, yeah, currency appreciates. But RBI, according to the situation, if the rupee appreciating, hurting the exports of the economy, I try to bring back the rupee within the band of 72 to 76. Okay, 72 to 76 are going to bring back within the band. Okay, so it all depends upon situation, right? Okay, suppose inflation is very high, allow rupee to appreciate because imports would become cheaper. It all depends upon requirements of the country. See, rupee appreciates. RBI intervenes based upon the requirements of the country. If rupee appreciation hurting the exports of the economy, then RBI will intervene. Similarly, Ayush Agrawal. Similarly, Indian investors also explain this. See, every day इंडिया से बाहर क्या जा सकते हैं? इंडिया एवरी डे फ्रॉम इंडिया FII, FPI, okay, generally, and FDI will go out, but FDI will not go out generally, okay, and comes in what? FFI, FPI, and FDI. FDI will come very rarely, okay. FDI will not come daily, okay, but foreign capital comes in, comes out, okay, comes in. So what we do? We compare net inflow, okay, that is, okay, coming in minus going out. Similarly, Indian investors buy foreign capital, US company shares, US company bonds, US government bonds. So coming in minus coming out, what do you get? Net value. If net value is plus, rupee will appreciate. If it is negative, rupee will depreciate. Clear? Okay. So every day capital coming into India, right, in the form of FFI, FPI, and foreign direct. Every day capital also goes out of India. We take net value. If net value is plus, rupee will appreciate. Net value is negative, rupee will depreciate. Okay. So FDI may be categorized into horizontal, vertical, conglomerate. Okay. Horizontal. If foreign company replicates same production process in the home country, okay. If foreign company replicates same production, produce the same product India, exactly same product. Okay. So same. Okay. So why foreign company is duplicating the production process in India? Because of trade barriers in India. Because okay, maybe to export the commodity India, maybe involves high cost. Okay, so this is the reason why what they do, they will set up same product, same unit India, produce the same commodity that is produced in US. Okay, now see, many Chinese companies have set up their factory in India. Okay, and Porsche acquired Volkswagen. Both are the same items. Okay, so exactly same items are manufactured. Horizontal FDI. Okay, horizontal FDI. Okay, why? Because there are so many trade barriers in India. Okay, if I want to export the commodity, a lot of transportation costs are there. To avoid all these headaches, I'll set up my production in India and produce the same commodity, same good, or same item. Same item. And Pooja, do you mean to say ideal level when rupee appreciates, or imports are not adversely affected? If rupee appreciates, imports become cheaper, Pooja. Exports become costly. Okay. Now imports become cheaper means what? Imports of goods and services more than exports of goods and services. It leads to current account deficit. Now vertical FDI. Okay, vertical FDI. Okay, if a firm establishes a business in the home country which is different from the business activity, okay, it refers to one which a firm acquires a business activity in foreign country which is different from firm's main business activity, okay, but refers to one in which a firm establishes and acquires a business activity in a foreign country which is different from firm's main business activity, and in some way it supports or complements the firm's activity, right? Now you take Amazon, okay, now Amazon, right? So vertical FDI comprises two things, right? Okay, backward integration and forward integration. Okay, to take for example Amazon, right? Amazon owns its own transportation and distribution network, right? So if Amazon has its own transportation, means what? It is helping the suppliers to supply the commodity to Amazon. Okay, and Amazon has its own distribution network. 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 Amazon owns its own distribution network. Okay, Amazon owns its own distribution network, right? And Amazon owns its own transportation work. So distribution network, what it helps? It's a transportation. It is one transportation. It can sell the commodity. It can deliver the commodity to at the customer doorsteps. Right now, towards backward integration, okay, and through distributors, it is able to procure the commodity from the sellers. So vertical integration comprises both backward integration and forward integration. Try to understand. Okay, backward integration means, okay, Amazon duty is what? Amazon duty is to deliver the commodity to the customer, right? So that you require transportation, right? Now Amazon, what it did, it also had a backward integration, ensure that it collects the commodity from the various sellers. Conglomerate FDI. Mukta, there is no difference between FPI and FWI. Not much difference. You treat both are same. See, horizontal integration means, okay, an American company sets up same production center in India, exactly produce the same commodity. Okay, produce same commodity. Why they're setting up the commodity? Because they're not able to export the commodity into India because of high transportation cost, and a lot of trade barriers are there. To overcome this problem, they set up the factory inside exactly same production. They produce same commodity into India. Vertical FDI means it comprises two things: forward integration, backward integration. Okay, so Amazon has only what it's supposed to deliver the commodity supplied by seller to the customer. So it requires a transportation, that is forward integration. Amazon also has a distribution network with the various sellers or suppliers, right? So using a distribution network, it is collecting the commodities from various sellers. It is called backward integration. Okay. Okay. So conglomerate. Okay. And conglomerate is a firm. A firm makes FDI in a business completely unrelated. Okay. Now you say, for example, Kingfisher liquor company set up Kingfisher Airlines. Tata, you see now Tata enter into airlines. Okay. Tata enter into automobile. Okay. Tata into software company. This is called conglomerate. Okay. Why should Tata enter into Air India? It is unrelated business. Why should Tata set up automobile industry? Completely unrelated business. If you're dealing with unrelated business, that's called conglomerate. Okay. Now, two-way direct foreign investments. Okay, two-way direct foreign investments. Okay. Two-way means two countries have a reciprocal agreements that with regard to FDI. So they understand, they have an understanding that, okay, you set up FDI in this area, and I set up FDI in their in this critical areas of your country. See, for example, okay, for example, India is good at banking. Okay, India is good at computer service. So what happened? India and US government agree that Indian government say that I will set up IT companies in your India. I will set up banking industry in India. Normally, India also asks US company, please set up car manufacturing company in India. This is called two-way direct investment. Two-way direct investment. Now, difference between FPI and FFI and FDI. So I told you know they invest in equity and bonds here. Okay, and here FDI means creation of physical assets. You are setting up a factory in here. Short-term investment, long-term investment. I told you know it's called hot money. It can be withdrawn at any point of time. It's difficult to withdraw this. And speculative in nature, right? They always look at the returns. If returns are high, they invest more. Okay, not speculative. Okay, and no transfer of technology, right? So they are not bringing any technology under short-term investment. Here they're bringing technology. Okay, and short-term investment, it does not lead to any employment opportunities, but here it leads a lot of employment opportunities and income of the country will increase. And it does not involve any ownership or management control in short-term investment. Here you get ownership and management control. Okay, and okay, so this is the differences. Now reasons for FDI. Okay, okay. So what are the reasons for FDI movement? Reasons for FDI movement. Okay. Okay. Now why FDI comes to India? Okay. Okay. Now countries have become highly interdependent, right? So when a country is become highly interdependent, you require FDI in certain sectors where you are lacking, right? Where it is lacking, right? So globalized economy, world has become so globalized world. Certain sectors you don't require, you lack investment, you require FDI. Another country also lacks investment in certain areas where so India invests. So growing interdependence among the countries. To grow, you require FDI. So what happened? There is growing interdependence among the countries for FDI investment. Okay, okay. Internalization. Okay, now transnational companies, right? So transnational companies, okay, they have their presence across the world, and they perfected production and investment in their subsidiaries. Okay, and so they know how to set up a factory in India. They know how to set up a factory in India, and economies of scale, right? So FDI, why companies are investing in the other countries? It leads to larger scale of production, so they can export the commodity across the world and fall in price and economy of scale because they bring technology. Okay, and lack of feasibility of licensing and agreements. Lack of feasibility and licensing agreement. Okay, okay, and so technology is rapidly changing, right? So I can't have a licensing agreement to produce the commodity. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm going for FDI, right? Technology rapidly changing. So if I want to use other country technology, you need to have licensing agreements, which countries refuse to give, and I won't give any licensing agreement. I'm going to set up factory inside your country. Okay, now necessary to retain direct control. So multinational corporations want to have a direct control on their venture. That is why they're setting up the factory in the country. They don't want to give control to the other country. Okay, and now avoid competition. Okay, now a foreign firm wants to set up a factory in India because they want to establish their company so that they can avoid a competition within the country. So if I don't set up a factory in India, what happened? Indian company would come and set up factory in my country to avoid direct competition and to take care of my exports of the commodity. I'll set up a factory in India. Okay, now risk diversification, right? So you know that recession, depression, slowdown. Okay, what happened if the recession in my country? So my revenues will go down. If I set up a factory in different part of the world, what happened? My revenues are protected. Geographical proximity. Okay, geographical proximity. Okay. Uh, okay, so geographical proximity, you said US and Canada. Okay, and US, Canada, they speak same language. Similarly, European countries and England. Okay, you're all European countries, they share a common language, common boundaries. Okay, and so when entire Europe, what happened? All European countries, they speak same language, and they so setting up a factory in India, it saves. Setting up factory in Europe for Germany into Italy or Italy into France, it saves transportation cost because of geographical proximity. Trade, patents, and quality. Okay. Now, why I set up a factory in India? Because of patent issues. I want to ensure quality of the product and service. So that's the reason why I'm setting up factory inside into your country. Okay. So trade, patent issue, because of patent issue and quality issue, I'm setting up factory in India because I want to take care of my patents and quality. And optimum utilization of resources. Okay. And okay, and multinational corporation companies setting up their factory in India because okay, it will help them to optimal utilization of all the human, physical, financial resources. Okay, financial resources. Emerging markets. You see India provides huge potential. Okay, India is a huge population, huge market. So every company wants to set up a factory in India. Okay. Unfavorable trade policy of emerging markets. Okay. Now you see emerging markets means developing countries. Okay. They always want to protect their domestic market by imposing high tariff barriers. Okay. And it is difficult for the foreign companies to export the commodity into India. Hence foreign companies, what they do, I'm not able to export the commodity to India because of high trade barriers. So what they do, I'll set up a factory into India. Lower environmental standards. Okay, now you know the environmental standards in developing countries, underdeveloped countries, lower than the compared to developing countries. All developed countries wants to exploit the lower environmental standards by setting up their factory in India because environmental standards are still not up to the world standards in India. So you can pollute the environment to some extent, you can get away. Okay, so looking at the low environmental standards in India, every country wants to set up their factory in India. Okay. If favorable environment climate, right? Favorable environment climate. Okay, and if the political environment and our overall favorable investment, then there's a come and set up the factory in India. Okay, the country's openness. So several countries are open to foreign direct investment. If you are open for foreign direct investment, then if you are providing any special economic zones or if you are providing any production linked incentive scheme, companies will come and set up the factory into India. If a host country is providing special economic zones or any incentives or production linked incentive scheme, then companies would like to come to India and set up their factory in India. Key raw material. Okay, now a firm wants to control key strategic, key important raw material in the home country. Okay, now you suppose in host country, host country, India, suppose there's a key raw material is there, which foreign company wants to control. Okay, so how they control? They control through FDI. Okay, now similarly they want to control any important key minerals, right? Suppose petroleum reserves are there in India and India doesn't have the technology. So what happened? Foreign company would like to come invest in FDI in petroleum sector and tap the petroleum reserves in the country. Low labor cost. Okay, developing countries such as India offers low wage rate. India, China, of course, China wage rate has increased. So low labor cost. This is an attraction for the foreign companies to set up their factory in India because labor cost is low, cost of production would be low, so they could produce more and export more. Okay, and identifiable gaps, right? There is a gap, right? Okay, there are certain sectors Indian economy is lacking, and developed countries are very strong. So that's the reason why developed countries want FDI. Tax attractiveness. Okay, so okay, sometimes what happen, host country provide attractive attractive tax policies, okay, and to attract foreign direct investment. Okay, and so attractive tax policy, by offering attractive tax policies, host country attracts foreign direct investment. Okay, forms competitive position. Okay, so now how can I regain my competitive position? By investing in FDI in other countries of the world. Okay, so I can regain competitive position if a company has a regain competitive. You say, for example, Byju's entered into Australia, Byju's entered into England, US. Similarly, Ola entered into Australia, Ola entered into England, Ola entered into New Zealand. Why? Because I want to gain my competitive position. High economic growth. Okay, but why countries want more FDI? FDI promotes the economic growth of the country. Okay, FDI leads to infrastructure development. FDI leads to increase in employment opportunities, reduction in poverty levels, increase in national income, increase in per capita income. It improves the quality of life. Okay. Whose difference you want? Ayush Agrawal? Subhanshu, in host country, for US company, host country is India. Ayush Agrawal, yeah, foreign institutional investment, foreign portfolio investment, they invest in equity and bonds. Here, they're setting up a factory, creation of physical assets. Host country means India. Now, factors entering why FDI doesn't want to come to India, because India has lack of infrastructure, right? Okay, India lacks power, communication, okay, and transportation, okay, and good roads, okay, and so power issues. That's why infrastructure FDI doesn't want to come to India. And high rates of inflation. Country has high inflation, FDI will not come. If country has severe balance of payment issues, FDI will not come. If country has low literacy rates, FDI will not come. If country has a rigid labor market, okay, FDI will not come. Okay, if country has a huge corruption, unfavorable tax regime, okay, bureaucracy, FDI will not come. And legal formalities are cumbersome, okay, delays, FDI will not come. If land acquisition is an issue, FDI will not come. Okay, if market size is small, FDI will not come. If political instability is there, FDI will not come. If exchange rate is highly volatile, FDI will not come. Okay, and if country has poor track of record of investments, FDI will not come. Okay, and if country has huge non-tariff barriers and stringent regulations, FDI will not come. Okay, if country has lack of openness for FDI, okay, language barriers, FDI will not come. Okay, and if country has high industrial disputes, okay, labor strikes, okay, FDI will not come. Okay, and if there is lack of security of life or property, FDI will not come. Okay, and lack of facilities for immigration and employment of foreign technical, and if country doesn't allow for foreign people to be employed, okay, and FDI will not come. Okay, if country has double taxation, means you charge me on my profits, and while exporting my profits to other country, still if you charge tax, double taxation, I will not come. Okay. Okay. Modes of foreign direct investment. Modes of foreign direct investment. Modes of foreign direct investment. Okay. Licensing. Okay. See, Microsoft Office, right? They given licensing to India. Okay. Franchising. Okay. Domino's, KFC, Subways, they're all franchises in India. Okay. Now, and opening a subsidiary or associate company in a foreign country. I told Amazon set up in India. There's a company, is subsidiary. JP Morgan, okay, Chase, Bank of American in India. They're all subsidiary or an associate company. Merger and acquisition. Walmart acquisition of Flipkart is through merger and acquisition. Joint venture with foreign company. Mahindra and Renault, okay, Bharat, AXA, General Insurance, they're all joint ventures, right? You see, Mahindra has a joint venture with Renault, and Bharati AXA. Bharati as AXA General Insurance as a joint acquisition with Bharati Airtel. Bharati greenfield investment. Okay, when a foreign company set up the operations from the scratch, okay, setting up factory in India, bringing their own managerial personnel, technology. Okay, Mercedes-Benz, they have a factory in Pune, right? So it is when the company starts from the scratch, it's called greenfield investments. Greenfield investment. Brownfield investment means, okay, and you are not starting from the scratch, buying or leasing already existing property or facility, right? So if a company makes use of existing infrastructure, okay, by acquiring, by merging, acquiring, leasing, instead of completely developing a new one. Okay. So if you're making use of existing infrastructure, then it is called brownfield investment. Okay. So, okay. Now, Vodafone acquisition of Hutch, it's a brownfield investment because Hutch company was already there in India. Vodafone came and acquired Hutch company. Tata acquisition of Jaguar Land Rover. Okay. Jaguar is an England company, right, which Tata acquired. So it's a brownfield investment. Rigid labor market means where tough conditions of wages, working hours. Okay, so that is rigid labor market hours. Rigid labor, not flexible, right? So a labor has to work for 8 hours means an MNC wants them to work for 10 hours, 12 hours also. Okay, so rigid working conditions, rigid labor market. Cumbersome legal formalities, right? Approval required not to set up a factory. If legal cumbersome means highly difficult situation. Legal formalities should be simple. Okay, if legal formalities are difficult, I won't set a factory in India. Benefits of FDI. Okay. Why FDI we require? Benefits of FDI. Okay. Now, FDI, once FDI comes to India, what happens? Okay, and our domestic companies need competition, right? How we get the competition? If foreign companies come, then our efficiency will improve, right? So to improve the competition of domestic companies, we require FDI. Low savings. Okay, I told India has a low savings. That's why we depend upon foreign capital for much needed investment. Rapid economic development. How India can achieve rapid economic development? Okay, and rapid economic development depend upon capital and technology, managerial skills. Okay, rapid economic development we require technology, capital, managerial skill, marketing methods. Okay. And competition for FDI. There is growing competition across all the countries of the world to attract more FDI, right? So they're making changes there in their structures. They're making political legal changes, okay, and okay, to attract more FDI. Multiplier effect, okay. Once FDI comes into into India, what happen? It will, so if you come to develop one sector, it leads to development of many ancillary industries. So, okay, many ancillary industries. Okay, many ancillary industries. Okay, now, so you suppose development of see many ancillary industries. Say suppose FDI come into airline industry. So FDI come to airline industry, it will have an impact on the tourism industry. It will have an impact on the hotel industry. It will have an impact on the insurance industry. It will have an impact on the health industry. All other industries, ancillary industries will develop, and it will lead to increase in employment opportunities, income, and output. FDI, we want FDI to enter in the country because it promotes higher wages for the workers in the country. Okay, now, okay, FDI leads to improvement in the quality of life of labor because they extract the work from you and they pay good wages also. And FDI improves the bilateral trade between the two countries, two governments, because each country encourages FDI. What happened? I export one commodity to your country and you export one commodity to my country. Promotion of ancillary units. I told you, if FDI enters into telecom industry, it leads to development in the internet industry. It leads to development in the telecom mobile industry. Okay, it leads to development in the OTT platforms. So many ancillary industries develop because of if FDI enter into telecom industry, it will have an impact on the internet industry, it will have an impact on OTT industry, it will have an impact on the television industry. So resulting in more job opportunities and employment creation. So promotes exports. Countries which attracts FDI, they're good at exporting the commodities and goods and services. And FDI is coming into the country means what? Foreign companies setting up their factories into India. So it leads to what? Government gets more tax revenues. I told you, FDI coming into the country, okay, FDI or FII or FPI, okay, it will have an impact on the balance of payment position, because what happened if more FDI is coming to the country, I export more goods and services, okay, then exports of goods and services more than imports of goods and services, my current account in balance of payment will be positive, right? I'll have current account surplus. And human resource development, okay, now, okay, and human resource development, okay, so if FDI is coming to country, it leads to better working culture, higher productivity of the people of the country, okay, and okay, so human resource skills will be developed. And content domestic monopolies. If you keep on encouraging FDI to enter into the country, you can prevent domestic monopolies. Okay, if you don't allow FDI, what happened? Entire production will be in the hands of few people in India. Okay, they dominate the market. If FDI comes into the country, you can prevent domestic monopolies. And benefits of economies of scale. Okay, if FDI coming into the country, okay, and the prices of the goods are reduced, and consumers can enjoy low price of the goods and services. And potential problems associated with the FDI. Mukta was your question, I don't understand. Mukta was equity injection means investors, they come and convert their dollars into rupees and buy equity. Boss, licensing, you have a licensor, licensee. I'll give license to use Microsoft Office. Okay. In franchising, I'm going to franchisor, franchisee. Franchisor gives license to franchisee to set up Domino Pizza, KFC, Subway into India. Okay. Now we discussed FDI has so much of advantages and FDI has so much of disadvantages also. Okay, FDI has so much of disadvantages also because FDI is highly capital intensive, means technology oriented. Okay, now it may not help like country like India because India has so much of labor. Okay, if FDI comes into India means so much of capital. Okay, so it may not provide enough employment opportunities and create regional disparities. And FDI comes into those state, those region where resources are available and good infrastructure is there. So what happened? Those regions will develop, other regions will remain undeveloped. Okay. Okay. And FDI creates FDI creates a lot of inequalities of income and wealth. Some regions well developed, their income levels are rising, and in other regions our income levels are low. You take for example Rajasthan. Rajasthan is a state where there are no FDIs. Okay, the income levels are poor compared to the income levels of Bangalore, income levels of Hyderabad, income levels of Karnataka, because there are no industries in India. Okay, so because no country wants to come to Rajasthan, they feel that Rajasthan lacks infrastructure facilities. Rajasthan, okay, they don't want to set up any the factory into Rajasthan. Okay, FDIs are very low in Rajasthan. Okay, they feel Rajasthan is not a good market for FDI. And possibility of, we said if foreign FDI comes into a country and they produce the goods, government might get more revenue. Here we are saying possibility of loss of tax revenues. If foreign firm wants to set up factories, what they say, please give me tax holidays, okay, please give me tax concession, then government loses the revenue. Rise in the interest rate. Most of the foreign companies, they set up factory in India. What they do, they borrow money from the capital market. Okay, when they borrow money from the capital market, then the interest rates rises for the host country. Okay, host country for India, because all foreign companies borrow from the domestic market, interest rate rises. And domestic firms cannot invest because interest rates are high. Why interest rates have gone up? Because foreign firms are borrowing from the Indian market. So it will hurt the domestic companies' investment opportunities. Okay, biased nature of financial institutions. So what happens? Indian capital market companies or banks, they want to give loans to the foreign companies because they feel if I give loans to foreign companies, my risk is low, return is high. Instead of giving to Indian companies, they want to give loans to the foreign companies. They'll be biased. Okay, pressure on exchange rate and balance of payments. Okay, all these multinational companies, when they earn profit, they want to dispatch this profit to their home country. Okay, when they dispatch profit to the home country, what happens? They require dollars. Okay, they want dollars. Okay, so they give rupees and ask for dollars, and it will create pressure on the exchange rates. Okay, so that's the problem. Focus on elite items. FDI companies that are coming to India, multinational companies, they want to focus on those goods and services which are preferred by the rich, elite items, which are preferred by the rich people. They don't want to focus on the items required by the common man. Anti-ethical. Okay, now foreign companies are accused of anti-ethical. They violate all the rules and regulations of the host country. Okay, and you see Uber, American company, they came and cut prices. Okay, they captured the cab aggregator market. Okay, and Meru, because of Ola, Uber, Meru got killed. Offshoring. Okay, so FDI involves domestic companies giving a lot of activities for offshoring. Okay, shifting jobs and operations in abroad. Okay, in pursuit of lower cost. Okay, FDI usually involves domestic companies offshoring, shifting jobs and operations abroad in pursuit of lowering cost. Okay. Okay, you see what happened. American companies, they offshore all their production process into China, India. So when you offshore your production process to in the countries like India, China, what happened? Okay, you are killing the employment opportunities within the country. Okay, home country losing employment opportunities because part of the production process you are shifting into China and India. You are killing the employment opportunities in US. Okay. Exploitation of labor and environmental standards. Okay, and now foreign companies, when they come to India, they exploit all the labor, they exploit the labor and environmental standards. Okay, and okay, they make use of the labor. They want to exploit the labor working conditions here and low wage rate here. Okay, and low standard of living here and low environment. They'll exploit completely for their gain. Threat to national security. Okay, foreign firms is a big threat to the national security. Okay, now because they know what's happening in the Indian economy, they share these secrets to the host country, to the home country. That's the reason why India banned 5G connection, 5G trials with Huawei. Right, because Chinese companies in India was there, Huawei is still there in India. India did not give the license for the Huawei to launch 5G because they fear that Huawei is leaking the secrets of Indian government to the Chinese government. Adverse effects on terms of trade. Okay, now when FDA comes into the country, what happened? They produce more goods and services. When they produce more and goods services because of economies of scale and technology, India and price of goods will become cheaper. Price of goods are cheaper. So whatever goods India export, price of the export goods are lower than price of import goods. Price of import goods are India very high and price of export goods are very low because FDI, because of foreign companies coming into India, they produce huge goods and services using their technology and large economies of scale. Price of goods are fall. Price of goods fell in India. When India exports the goods, price of the export goods lower than price of import goods, creating adverse terms of trade for the Indian economy. Okay, so when foreign comes to India, they create environmental damage by exploiting natural resources. Okay, so that's why FDI is not good. And dual economy. Whenever FDI coming to the country, what happened? So okay, they create dual economy. Certain part of the regions are developed and certain part of the regions remain undeveloped because they're going to focus on those regions where resources, facilities, infrastructure are available, and they're going to ignore those regions which are lack resources and infrastructure and they remain underdeveloped. Okay, and corruption. Okay, and FDI is being recognized because multinational companies are recognized because of their corrupt practices. Okay, and they influence the Indian government decision making to their favor, and they don't follow corporate social responsibility rules dictated by SEBI, Companies Act. Let us take few questions here. Huge chapter, guys. I'm covering huge chapter. Okay, I want to explain all the points. You asked me not many questions. I have to cover a huge chapter here. Yes, Prabhas. Competition Commission of India raided on the Amazon. That is true. Right. Good point. Yes, Pooja. FDI is both good and bad. FDI will have an impact on GDP output employment. How you handle FDI? FDI is good and bad also. Okay, but it will have a favorable impact on the India's GDP output, growth, employment, income. Crowding out. You are asking crowding out. I'll explain. Look at here. Crowding out. See, you have a banks in India. Okay, if MNCs borrow money at a low rate of interest, money from at a low rate of interest from banks, And MNCs, banks also want to give loan to only MNCs because they think that risk is low, return is high. So less money available for domestic companies, so resulting in high rate of interest for domestic companies, and which will lead to fall in investment. Okay, that is called crowding out. Mansha, yes, FDA promotes healthy competition. Okay, FDA promotes healthy competition because otherwise domestic companies will remain inefficient. Good point, Mansha. Now my question is, I'm giving a question here. Who will answer my question here? Okay. My question is, they say short-term investment will fly, right? That is FFI and FPI. How can we prevent short-term capital from flying the country? Answer my question here. How can you prevent short-term capital flying from the country? Please give me this answer for this question. No, sir, no. I'm still there. I'm still there. Please wait. Please wait. Will you answer me? Hello? No one answered my question here. They say short-term investment will fly. That is FFI and FPI. How can we prevent short-term capital from flying out of the country? No one answer. Oh God. No one answer me. Oh, where is my mouse here? Flying out of the country. No one answered. Flying out of the country. No one answered. No, Prabhas. No, Himanshu. Wrong. No, Muktagas. No, Prabhas Jain. No, Akanshil. No, Raghav. Oh, everybody wrong. Can I give the answer? Can I give the answer for this question? Can I give the answer? I'm giving the answer. So what is the question? Short-term capital, foreign institutional investment, for foreign portfolio investment they fly out of the country very easily. How can you prevent it from flying out of the country? Okay, the answer is okay. The answer is impose Tobin's tax. Impose Tobin tax of 0.05% on short-term capital leaving from the country. Now, one more question. Then why India is not imposing Tobin tax on short-term capital, that is FFI and foreign portfolio investment? The answer is impose Tobin tax. How much? 0.005% on capital that is going out of the country, short-term capital, that proposed by Tobin's. Tobin proposed, "Arey Baba, please impose 0.05 tax, 0.5% of tax on foreign capital that is going out of the country, that is short-term capital." So, but why? But India doesn't want to use this. What is the reason? What is the reason why India doesn't want to use this? Why India doesn't want to use this? Oh God. Cracker question, cracker. It's a cracker question I asked, boss. It's not there in your syllabus. Cracker question. Reason is India needs FFI, FPI, that is short-term capital, for to take care of its current account deficit. To take care of current account deficit. Okay, India needs dollars. Okay, if India imposes Tobin tax, then investors will not come to the India to invest in the stock market. That's the reason why India is not introduced Tobin tax. Clear? FDI in India. Okay. FDI in India. So FDI is very important for India, right? Now, 1991, India liberalized the economy to invite more FDIs. Okay. Now, India is improving with regard to FDI, right now, and okay, it's attracting greenfield investments, and in India has become good at ease of doing business. So there are many companies are coming to India to invest. Okay, and now there are two ways India receives FDI. One is automatic route. Okay, automatic route means without any approval of government and RBI, and second is through government route. Okay, government route means approval of government. So according to I'm giving latest data. Okay, textbook old data is there. I'm giving latest data. According to Economic Survey 2022, net foreign direct investment. Okay, India received net foreign direct investment. Okay, net foreign direct investment means what? Inflow minus outflow. Okay, how much? $24.7 billion. Okay, and gross fixed moderated gross foreign direct investments moderated to 54 billion. Okay, net value I'm giving. Net means what? Inflow minus outflow. Gross FDI entered into the country is 54.1 billion. Okay, April to November 2021. Okay, now India received maximum FDI equity from Singapore, followed by Mauritius, Netherlands, USA, Japan. Okay, now which are the sectors India receiving more FDI? Finance, banking, insurance. Okay, and non-finance business, outsourcing, R&D, courier, technology, testing and analysis, others. Okay, these are the sectors where India is receiving more FDI. Okay, okay, and okay, attracted the highest FDI, right? And FDI amount 14.45% in total. Okay, okay. So total FDI is 17.4% of the total, followed by computer software hardware 7.93%. This theoretical stuff you need to read. Okay. So any doubts here? You understand Tobin tax? Well, sir, are you there? We'll take a break. Hello? Hello? Welcome back after the break. And somebody asked me, FDI impact on low price. Look at here. When foreign companies set up their factory, they produce more. Okay, because they have the technology, they have the resources, they produce more, and price of the good will come down. Okay, price of the good will come down. Ayush Agrawal, tax holidays means there are periods government will not impose any taxes on their production process. Okay, so tax holidays, okay, kind of a tax concession, right? Tax concession through tax holidays. There is a period government of India will not impose any taxes on their production process. FDI complaint instruments. So I didn't teach. Why you're asking me now, Pandey? Ayush Agrawal. See, if foreign company coming from India, then India is a host country. America is called home country. India is called host country. India is inviting FDI. India becomes host country. American company is the home country. Okay, home country means where capital is coming from. So FDI in India, right? According to guidelines issued by Indian government, that less than 10% of investment listed company is considered portfolio. What is the portfolio investment? Hot money or hot money? Okay, short-term investment is called less than 10%. If foreign investment is more than 10% or more in a listed company, it is called foreign direct investment. Okay, so FDI leads to ownership and management control of the company, and FEI only okay, FEI gives only control over what? Equity and bonds. Okay, and an Indian company can receive foreign investment by issue of foreign direct compliant instruments. Okay, foreign direct compliant instruments are equity shares or fully mandatorily convertible preference shares and debentures, right? Okay, so through FDI we can receive equity shares, fully mandatorily convertible preference shares and debentures, and partly paid equity shares and warrants. Partly paid equity shares and warrant. Mansha, Arey. Mansha, we're getting confused here. Which lead to fall in investment. This is known as crowding out. Okay, crowding out. Okay, this is also known as crowding out, right? If government borrows money, that money meant for the companies of the country from the banks, resulting in increase in interest and falling in falling investment is also known as crowding out. Okay, but the context I explained also called crowding out. Mansha, you are mixing two things incorrectly. Crowding out, I explained. Second part, what you are saying is, I don't understand. FDIs are to be issued in accordance with the Companies Act 2030 and SEBI guidelines. Okay, and India liberalization, privatization, globalization reform started in 1991. So India opened FDI only in 1991. Okay, now look at here. FDI, you see, agriculture allied activities, 100% FDI limit, automatic approval. Okay, coal mining, 100% automatic. Airports, 100% automatic. Defense, 100% automatic up to 49%. Government route beyond 49%. Telecom, 100%. Automatic route 49%. Government route beyond 49%. Single brand retail, 100%. Automatic route 49%. Government route beyond 49%. Similarly, private sector 74%. Insurance and pension same way, 49%. Print media you want any foreign company wants to set up a print in India, it has to come through government route. Public sector banks 20% government route. Okay, so FDI limit and route. FDI limit. So India 100% FDI allowed in agriculture allied activities, coal mining, airports, defense, telecom, single brand retail, but private sector banks only 74%, insurance pension only 49%. Okay, it has increased recently from 26% to 49%, print media 26%, public sector banks 20%. Okay, the FDI new regime in India. FDI new regime in India. Okay, under old regime, we have old regime FDI. Okay, under old regime, citizen of Bangladesh or an entity from any entity from incorporated Bangladesh and Pakistan can invest only under government route. Further, FDI Pakistan is not allowed in sectors such as defense, space, atomic energy. Okay, government did not permit FDI from Pakistan in defense, space, and atomic energy. Okay, which is related to the safety of the country, right? And according to new regime, entities, countries which share border with India will now be permitted only approval route. Okay, under government and RBI approval route. Okay, this means border sharing countries, right? So India shares border with China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, Bhutan, Afghanistan. Okay, would compulsory require government approval. Okay, so these rules are applicable not only for the new FDI, for existing FDIs. Okay. In fact, transfer of ownership of FDI, of existing or future FDI also requires government approval. So, and FDI banned in India. Okay, atomic energy generation banned, and gambling and betting banned, lotteries banned, investment in chit fund banned, Nidhi company banned, agricultural and plantation activities banned, housing and real estate banned. Okay, and trading and DRS. Okay, you know that developers buys this certificates for development of a specific land property. Okay, which you can own and sell. So there also FDI is banned. Cigarettes, cigars, and any unrelated tobacco industry, FDI is banned. Okay, now coming back to FDI going out of India. I told you, we discussed, we discussed so nicely, explained here this. So okay, I told you, FFI, FPI, and FDI will come into India, and similarly FI, FPI, FDI will go out of India. Okay, FDI will not go out. Okay, FDI will go out very once in a month, once in 2 months. But what will go generally regularly is FFI and FDI. Okay, we take net value. Okay, now FDI means what? Indian companies set up their factory outside India. Indian companies set up their companies, branches. Okay, joint venture, acquisition. Okay, so Indian companies also in foreign outward investment. Okay, foreign direct going out of the country, right? So look at your outbound investment, right? You see that Infosys has a company in America, England. Okay, Australia, Tata Consultancy, Wipro. Okay, and all these companies have their branches outside India. So our outbound foreign direct investment is 1.86 billion in the month of June 2016. Okay, and our FDI is what? Resource seeking, right? We lack one specific resource in India, and we are going to other countries to invest so that we can grab that resource. Okay, any important resource, maybe spectrum or coal, some key resource, steel, Okay, some resource which we lack in India, we are seeking that resource in outside India through foreign direct investment. Okay, so energy we lack in India, we try to acquire energy through foreign direct investment. Okay, so and our entrepreneurs are choosing destinations like okay, Mauritius, Singapore, British Virgin Islands, Netherlands on account of higher tax benefits they provide. Okay. Mukta was, I'm making my own PPT. Okay. I'm making my own PPT. I'm making my own PPT. Okay. I'm giving extra information. Wherever you want the information, you can use it. Single brand retail means, okay, you know that Raymond showroom, okay, is a single brand retail. They sell only Raymond products. Okay. Single brand retail means they say only single brand. Raymond showroom selling Raymond products. Okay. Raymond shirts, trousers, Raymond tees. Okay. That's called single brand retail. What are the questions? Difference between FEI and FDI with suitable examples. We discussed this. Discuss the pros and cons of FDI. We discussed what are the hindrances for FDI country like India. Okay, write a note on status of FDI in India. What are the various modes of entering FDI in India? Okay. And so true or false, you tell me the answers. There is no difference between FPI and FII. Yes, true. A conglomerate FDI where a firm engages in related business. False. A firm does same business in home country, in host country, then it is called vertical integration. That is called horizontal integration. So false. FPI will impact on the exchange rate. True. And FFI will help in controlling current account deficit in balance of payment. True. Airlines FDI approval will both automatic government route approval. False. Clear? Are you able to crack this? Clear? Just solve this, true or false. Hey, Mansha, Muktava, as I told you, no. Yeah, short-term capital is help bring dollars, which helps India to wipe off the current account deficit. We discussed. Again, we're asking the same question. Short-term capital is what? India requires short-term capital to wipe off current account deficit in balance of payment. We require dollars. How you pay off current account deficit? Clear? Now, first question, MCQs. FFI will impact BOP, fiscal deficit, government revenues, and banks income. FFI will impact what? BOP. Okay. FDI implies short-term investment, medium-term investment, long-term investment, both short-term and long-term. So 2 is what? Long-term investment. Which of the following statement is false with regard to FDI? Leads to ownership, technology transfer, expand opportunities, and it can fly. FDI cannot fly. So 3 is D. Which of the following statement is false with regard to FPI? A. Speculative in nature. False. Investment in financial assets, setting up a factory. D. Short-term investment. So 4 is C. FPI doesn't mean setting up factory. A firm makes investment unrelated business. It is called horizontal investment, vertical investment, conglomerate, FDI. Unrelated business, so conglomerate. C. FDI limit is 100% in the following sectors: telecom, private sector banks, insurance, pension, print media. FDI 100% limit is what? Telecom sector. Which of the following is not FDI components? Debentures, reinvested earnings, intra-company loans, equity capital. 7. Intra-company loans is not part of FDI components. Both foreign direct investment and foreign institutional investment are related to investment of the country. Which of the following is incorrect regarding FDI and FFI? A. Both FFI and FDI bring capital into the economy. FFI invest in technology-oriented enterprises, where FDI invest in traditional business setups. C. The restrictions on entry FDI are lower than FFI. D. FDI is considered to be more stable and FFI than FFI, and FFI can be withdrawn at any short notice. 8th one. FFI invest in technology-oriented business, whereas FDI invest in traditional business setups. So FFI will not invest. They invest in what? They invest in shares and stocks. So 8th is false. Okay. 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 FFI, they don't invest in technology. They buy equity and shares. So 8th is B. A surge in foreign capital inflow could lead to sale of foreign exchange by central bank in order to prevent depreciation of rupee. B. Purchase of foreign exchange by central bank in order to prevent depreciation of rupee. C. Sale of foreign exchange by central bank in order to prevent appreciation of rupee. A surge in capital. Okay, it means what? Rupee appreciated against the dollar. So what does rupee appreciate? What does RBI do? What does RBI do? RBI purchase the dollars. Okay, purchase of foreign exchange by central bank in order to prevent rupee appreciation. So 9th one is D. So rupee appreciate, we discuss now. Rupee depreciate, RBI will sell the dollars. Rupee appreciate, RBI will purchase the dollars. So 9th one is D. So foreign capital is coming more ज़्यादा आते क्या होगा? Rupee appreciate होगा. So RBI will sell the dollars to prevent the rupee appreciation. More expansion of foreign direct investment can boost A. Money circulation, B. Demand, C. Employment, D. Unemployment. More FDI is coming to country, it leads to employment opportunities. Answer is C. Which of the following is not components of Mansha FDI? A. Debentures. B. Reinvested earnings. C. Intra-company loans. D. Equity. Okay. Okay. Which of the following is not components of FDI? Okay. So reinvested earnings are part of FDI. Intra-company loans are part of is not part of FDI, right? Intra-company loans part of FDI. Equity capital. So debentures is not part of FDI. Debentures is not part of FDI. So we discuss again what all we discussed here. So different types of foreign capital discussed: bilateral, direct intergovernment, okay, multilateral, tie aid and untied aid, foreign grant, borrowings of borrowings will be this borrowings of foreign capital. We discussed investments in the form of FDI and FPI and FII. Both are short-term, long-term capital. Okay, foreign institutional investors and foreign portfolio investments foreign portfolio investment. They're explained here. Okay, what is foreign direct investment is explained here. Okay, FDI types were discussed here. What are the various FDI types are discussed here? Okay, okay, and the difference between FPI and FDI we discussed here. Okay, and reasons for FDI. Okay, let me write here 1 second. 1 second. Reasons for FDI entering into the country we discussed. Why FDI comes into India? Why FDI comes into India we discussed various reasons why FDI comes to India, and which factors hinders FDI entering into India we discussed. Modes of foreign direct investment we discussed. Okay, licensing, okay, opening a subsidiary or associate company, merger and acquisition, joint venture and joint merger and acquisition, joint venture, greenfield investment, brownfield investment. Benefits of FDI we discussed. Potential problems associated with the FDI we discussed. What are the problems with the FDI? If you bring an FDI into the country, what are the problems are associated? FDI, what is the status of FDI in India, right? We discussed what is current FDI status. I told you in the beginning of the class, of late India receives more FDI than FFI, short-term investment. Okay, we discussed. And FDI in different sectors we discussed. Okay, this what are these? I made it a table form to make you to understand. Okay, so we'll discuss various sectors. FDI new regime in India. Okay, as per the new regime, India shares the border with those states, those countries where to FDI to come into the country, government approval is required. Okay, so this is what we discussed here. FDI, where sectors where FDI is banned. Okay, overseas direct investment by Indian companies. It means outbound investment. Okay, FDI that is going out of the country that we discussed. And we discussed few practical questions. Modes of FDI. Flipkart is an Indian company. Walmart is an American company. Walmart now acquired Flipkart. Okay. Now, when Walmart acquired Indian Flipkart company, it is called acquisition. Okay, acquisition. So FDA entered into India. Fourth one, joint venture. Okay, Renault is a foreign company acquired India Mahindra company. It's a joint venture between them. So Mahindra and Renault together they manufacture cars. Okay, Renault is Renault. I think it is a European company acquired Mahindra automobile company. So together they manufacture the cars. Right? This becomes joint venture. Mahindra and Renault together they manufacture the cars. Brownfield investment means brownfield means the company makes use of the existing infrastructure. Okay, if existing infrastructure facilities, they make use of the existing infrastructure. They're not starting from scratch. Okay, Vodafone from Vodafone acquired Hutch company. Okay, Hutch company. Okay, the Hutch company is already there in India. Vodafone came and acquired. Okay. Similarly, Tata acquired Jaguar Land Rover. Okay. Tata company acquired Jaguar Land Rover is a British automobile industry. The company already there. Okay. India acquired. So the existing facility acquired by foreign company, it's called brownfield investment. Ayush Agrawal, I didn't understand your question. See, look at here. Horizontal integration means you replicate the same production process in the domestic country. Vertical integration can be both forward and backward integration. So Amazon duty is to deliver the product to India. So it requires transportation. That is forward integration. Amazon also has a backward integration through distribution. Okay, through distribution they are able to collect the product from the sellers. Okay, and they're able to deliver the product quickly. That is called vertical integration. Okay, okay, so Amazon duty is to deliver the product. Okay, they're also tied up with their main business activity to deliver the product to you, and they also have a business, okay, which supplements the existing business through distribution network. A conglomerate means a company. Okay, company enters into a business which is unrelated. Mukta is merger and acquisition, brownfield, both are same, both are different. Both are different. Okay. Okay. Today my last class. I want to tell you that is my last class. I want to share life changing story. Okay. I given no FDI. Mansha, FDI airports 100% automatic. No approval is required. Okay, listen to this story. Okay, so one of my MBA students didn't get the job from the college placements, so he disappointed, and without telling his parents, he gets lost to what is the best place to get lost? Himalayas. You go to Himalayas, no police will come, no parents will come. So he's disappointed that he didn't do well. He didn't study well MBA program. I teach MBA students, so he didn't study well, and without telling his parents and brothers and sisters, he leaves for Himalaya because he's fed up. He could not achieve anything in life, and he wants to go to Himalaya, and he wants to be away from home. So he wants to become some disciple for some saint. So he's looking for a saint. In Himalaya, what? In Himalaya, you have all age-old saints, 120 years, 130 years, 140 years. So going around Himalayas. So one Swamiji finds her, beta kya kar rahe ho aap? Sir, I'm looking for a Swamiji who can solve my problems. So I want to become his Shishya. So Swamiji says, go this left and right. There's one Swamiji is there. He can help you to solve the problems. So this student goes to Swamiji and does pranam and does okay. And it does pranams and tells him, sir, I want to become your Shishya. Before I want to become your Shishya, I want to know who are all your gurus. And that Swamiji says, Are beta, I have so many gurus and I won't forget 4 gurus in my life. 4 gurus in my life. Who are all these 4 gurus? So Swamiji says, first guru is a thief. Then this student says, sir, you are making me, you are majak kar rahe ho. I'm asking your guru, you are saying thief. Beta, my first guru is my thief. Then who is your second guru? My second guru is a dog. Sir, you are making fun of me. I'm asking your gurus. You are saying thief, dog. So who is your third guru? Third guru is donkey. Sir, you are making fun of me. I'm asking who are all your gurus so that I want to become your Shishya. No, beta, my first guru is thief, dog, donkey. There I have several gurus, but I don't forget these 4 gurus. Thief, dog, donkey. Then who is your 4th guru? My 4th guru is 4-year-old girl. 4-year-old girl. So Swamiji, this student says, sir, what is this? I'm asking your gurus. Are Baba, I have so many gurus, but I won't forget these 4 gurus in my life. They are very important gurus in my life. So please tell me, sir, how these people have become a gurus in your life. This Swamiji goes from one place to other place. No, Swamiji goes from one place to other place. One day he's going to one place and another place. He's going from place A to place B, and it became 6 o'clock. Okay, in olden days, 6 o'clock means night. Even some villages in India, 6 o'clock, there are people who sleep at 7 o'clock. Okay, we go for shopping. There are villages in India, 7 o'clock they sleep, morning 3 o'clock they go to field, agricultural land. So Swami is also going from village to village, 6 o'clock, and whole village is in sleeping. Okay, everybody is sleeping. Swamiji is so tired. Okay, he traveled so much in the night. He is looking for a shelter. Nobody is there. Everybody is sleeping. Okay, Swamiji, somebody is there to help me. So as he walking, and is walking. Anybody can help me to sleep in their house. He's walking. Opposite to him, one person is walking. Okay, beta, can you help me to sleep in a house? Sir, I don't mind taking in a house. The problem is the place where I'm taking you happens to be the house of the thief. Would you mind sleeping in a thief's house? Baba, I don't mind thief or police. I want to sleep. So Swamiji agrees to accompany him, and this person takes Swamiji along with him, and he opens the door. Then only Swamiji realizes He is the thief. Okay, sir, please sleep in my house. My time is up. The thief timing starts after 6 o'clock only. No, he works from 6 to morning 3 o'clock. Sir, my time is up. मैं काम के लिए जाना है. I want to go and do my job. So Swamiji sleeps. Early morning 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. There is a huge bang at the door. Huge bang at the door. Bang at the door, and Swamiji opens the door. Arey beta, did you crack anything? Did you crack anything? Swamiji asks, did you crack anything? And the thief replies, tomorrow, pakka. So Swamiji is so tired, again sleeps in his house. Next day morning, again bang at the door. Swamiji opens the door. Again thief, अरे बेटा कुछ मिला आपको? Did you crack anything? Tomorrow pakka. Okay. Again Swamiji is so tired. Again he sleeps. Again he bangs at the door in the midnight. Swamiji opens the door. Did you achieve anything? Tomorrow pakka. So 3-4 days he says tomorrow pakka. He learned self-confidence from the thief. Self-confidence is very important for the success. Without self-confidence, you can't achieve success. I'm not saying don't have overconfidence. Overconfidence is incorrect. You should have self-confidence. Whatever you do in life, you should have self-confidence. Without self-confidence, you can't achieve success in life. Self-confidence is very important part of life. Without self-confidence, you can't achieve success in life. You should not have overconfidence, but you should have self-confidence. Self-confidence is very important for the success of life. Swamiji learned self-confidence from the thief. Tomorrow pakka, tomorrow pakka, tomorrow pakka. He learned self-confidence from the thief. Self-confidence very important. Without self-confidence, you and I or anyone cannot achieve success in life. Then this boy is so excited. Sir, how dog became your guru? As Swamiji walking from one village to other village in hot summer, Swamiji feels thirsty. Okay, Swamiji wanted to drink water from the pond. Okay, then Swamiji wants to approaching the pond. So nearby the pond, one dog tries to drink water inside the pond, takes up the mouth. Tries to drink water inside the pond, takes up the mouth. Tries to drink water, takes up the mouth. Tries to drink water, takes up the mouth. Dog tries to drink water and taking up the mouth. Because why? Dog thinks there is one more dog in the pond, it is going to kill. It's a mirror image. Okay, dog sees mirror image inside the pond, think that it is going to kill it. So he's afraid that one more dog inside the water, because dog doesn't know it's mirror image inside the water. Okay, dog thinks there's another dog inside the water. Dog is afraid to drink water. People who hesitate to make a decision in life, people who hesitate to make a decisions in life can never achieve success in their life. People who hesitate to make a decision in life can never achieve success in life. Whatever decision that you make in your life with regard to your CA, studies, job, marriage, whatever decision that you take in life, you should abide by it, come what may. There are people who hesitate to make decisions in life because they're afraid of failure. If you don't make a decision in your life, this was discussed in last class also, you have to make a decision. People who are afraid to make a decision in life can never achieve success in their life. People who are afraid to make a decision in life, people who dilly-dally, shilly-shally, people who are afraid to make a decision in life, people who can't take decisions in life can never achieve success. Whatever decision that you take, you should abide by it, come what may. Whatever decision that you take, you should abide by it, come what may. Whatever decision that you take, you abide by it. Okay, you should abide by it, come what may. You have to take a decision, you have to abide by it. We are afraid to make a decision. People are afraid to take a decision can never achieve success in their life. Okay, then this boy asks how donkey became guru. So Swamiji takes him next day morning to some place where hundreds of donkeys are moving from west to east direction. Hundreds of donkeys are moving from west to east direction. Hundreds of donkeys are moving to west direction. Swamiji asks this boy to observe. So he observes. Evening, what happened? We'll come back at 4 o'clock at the same place. All donkeys which All donkeys which moved from west to east direction, they're coming back. They're coming back. They're coming back. Okay. Swamiji asked, what did you observe? Sir, morning 5 o'clock, donks carried the clothes on their back. Evening, while they're coming back, they carried back the clothes, washed clothes. Beyond this, I don't observe anything. Are Baba, when morning, when donkey carrying the clothes, all clothes are dirty clothes. Okay, dirty clothes. You know, dirty clothes smell very bad, right? So, did you see any change in the face of the donkey? Donkey face remains same. Now, evening, donkey carrying all washed clothes. All washed clothes smell very nicely. So, evening, while donkey carrying washed clothes, do you see any change in the face of the donkey? Donkey face is remain same. So, it means never get affected by success or failure. Accept success and failure equally. Never dance when you get success, and never cry when you suffer from failure. We need to accept success and failure equally in life. The problem is when success comes, we dance. When failure comes, we cry. Okay, this is what we are. Okay, when success comes, we dance. Okay, we dance. When failure comes, we cry. Okay, we don't want to accept failure. We always want success. We need to accept both success and failure equally. We need to accept success, failure equally. Success comes, don't dance, and failure comes, don't cry. Accept both success and failure equally. Accept success and failures and both success and failures equally. Okay, accept both success and failures equally. Success comes, don't dance. Failure comes, don't cry. Accept them, both of them equally. Now, this boy asked, how come 4-year-old girl became a guru? So one day I'm teaching the Ramayana, the Mahabharata. Okay, and the evening village panchayat asked me, please come to my home to have the food. So when I went to his home, his wife is making food and his husband is outside the house. Okay, and small baby playing with some toys, wooden toys. So I called the baby. So I want to make fun of that baby, and I called that baby, and in front of me there is a candle. Okay, what I did, I blow up the candle. Ask the baby where this light has gone from. Okay, the baby replied immediately, the light has gone to the place where it came. From there, I stopped making fun of others. Never ever make fun of others in life. Okay, never ever make fun of others in life. Okay, so you need to learn self-confidence from the thief. Okay, never hesitate to make a decision in life. Okay, and you have to take a decision. Whatever decision that you take in life, you should abide by it. So you should learn that from dog, and be like a donkey, never affected by success or failure. Treat both of them equally. Be like a donkey. So and never ever make fun of others in life. Please never ever make fun of others in life. Okay, so that's a moral he learned from the 4-year-old girl. Okay. Clear? Somebody asked me reinvested. Baba, reinvested. But reinvested capital earnings means, okay, it's a kind of profit. Soft loans means a kind of easy loans. Okay, soft loans means loans given without any conditions. Any other doubts? Study the complete syllabus. See, he wanted to make fun of the baby by blowing off the candle. So he asked the baby where light has gone. Light, she replied, light has gone to the place where it came. So uh, see, light is equal to God. Light came from the God. When you blow off the candle, it has gone back to the God. So she replied she gave such a kind of reply. So Swamiji learned, never make fun of others in life. Okay. I also made for you latest okay. I've given you this latest data. So current repo rate is 5.40, reverse repo rate is 3.35, standard deposit facility 4.1%, MSF 4.65, bank rate 4.65. Okay, and CRR is 4.5% from May 21st. And before your examination, please verify policy rates from RBI website. This is current policy rates of RBI. Okay, so these are the current policy rates. So before exam, you need to verify these rates from the RBI. Read a lot, okay, and read newspaper. 2 apps I want to share with you. Okay. For current affairs, read Live Mint newspaper or download the app in short. Download the app in short. Okay. Thank you. Pleasure teaching all of you. I enjoyed teaching all of you. God bless you. I'm going to share the PPT. Don't worry. God bless you. Study well. Okay. Pleasure teaching you. You are all good students. And whatever little time they gave me, I covered as many topics as I can. I'm going to share the PPT. So go through the PPT again. Okay. Whatever I could do because the amount of time I need to teach a lot. I covered as much as I could cover. You go through the PPT because very difficult to cover all the topics, but I covered all the topics. Okay. And you go through the PPT again and I explained so well. Thank you very much. Pleasure teaching all of you. You are all good students and I learned a lot from teaching all of you. Go through the PPT. Okay. Thank you very much. So are you there? God bless you. Thank you.